What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I have another unboxing. My two lovely Mad Dogs have finally arrived from Gemini Jets in their most recent announcement for July of 2024. By the time this video is out, they will have already announced their August releases, and this is being recorded very early on the morning of Wednesday, so don't know what the releases are yet. I have no idea what's going to be in them. The July releases were really good, had a lot of good stuff in them, and of course, I have two of the planes that I really wanted from the set, and the others I'm going to try and get later. Invoice enclosed within, as always, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at these very lovely Mad Dogs. There we go. My favorite one is on the top. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the first of two Mad Dogs. We have the Delta MD-88 with the Delta Flot livery. And there is your first look at this very lovely model. Super excited to unbox this. And then we also have another one in here. This is the other Mad Dog announced in that batch, which was the Reno Air MD-90, which I'm also very excited to have. And this one also looking in really good condition. Best Gemini Jets releases of the year so far. I don't know if August is going to top that, but we will see what happens. I think Gemini will probably give us a break because these releases were already good in of itself, and my wallet's kind of killed right now, especially after what happened at Airliners in Kansas City. So without further ado, we're going to head up to the studio and unbox both of these very lovely Mad Dogs. And here we go for the unboxing of the Gemini Jets 1:400 scale Reno Air McDonnell Douglas MD-90 with the Ski Lake Tahoe livery. So this one has a bit of a different livery than the regular Reno Air, so I still don't have like a true regular Reno Air aircraft in my collection as the MD-80 that Dragon Wings did that I have in my collection that I got several years ago has a Gulf Coast Flyer sticker on it, which was different than what I was advertised. But either way, very nice to see an MD-90 from Gemini again. This is the first one that they've done in about 6 years. The last time they did one was a Delta in the current livery. So the MD-90 does not get a whole lot of love, and especially represented here in the models because not many carriers had the MD-90 in their fleet. So there is the pamphlet on the aircraft, so you can pause to read that. And then on the back, we do have the standard Gemini Jet stuff for 2024 release. MD-90 and McDonnell Douglas now owned by Boeing, at least the trademarks are, so that's how they got it. Item number on this is GJROA 551, so a very old item number. Makes me wonder if they had this planned years and years ago and they just never got around to doing it until in this most recent announcement. This will be my second MD-90 and my second Reno Air aircraft. Take this out. Holy cow, she is gorgeous. Did that wing jolt for a second there? No. Okay, that one's in there pretty good. Very good. Holy Toledo, that is a nice MD-90. Wow. They killed it on this one. Incredible effort from Gemini, so let's go ahead and do a review. And here she is, the Reno Air McDonnell Douglas MD-90 by Gemini Jets. Wonderful little model here that we have, so let's go ahead and get into this very lovely aircraft. Starting off at the front, we do have the nose cone, we have the anti-glare shield cockpit windows, and we have the nose gear and nose gear door. Nose is definitely much different than on the 88, which we'll take a look at here in just a second. Then we have the L1 boarding door, and then we have the Reno Air titles, the gray or silver, whatever color, that is part of the cheat line there, and then it goes up into the A to form that letter in the word air. One little antenna up here on the top, which I haven't seen on my Delta MD-90, the widget one that I have. That was released years ago. We do have a couple overwing exits right over there. Registration on this is November 9005 Romeo Alpha. And then we do have a couple extra windows there on the back. The very lovely IAE V2500 engines, which are much larger than the MD-80 engines. Then we have the Ski Lake Tahoe titles on the engines, and then we do have the little skier himself right there on the tail. Very nice detail that Gemini got on there. It looks really good. Flip it over on the other side, we do have our other normal details. The little streak is on there as well. It's kind of hard to see with that silver, but it is there just beneath it. So very tiny R1 door. There's a couple luggage doors underneath, along with various panel details and everything in between. Very nice. There's a little like mark there on the tail. That's pretty tiny, so can't complain about that. And then there's the tail again. Very nice detail there. And then flipping underneath, we do have the standard Gemini Jets details there with the landing gear and everything, and this is a cradle mold, by the way, but Gemini does a really good job hiding the seam from the top view. Gemini Jets logo and the stand hole, and then the landing gear doors are printed on there, and then there is the underneath of it On the rear of the aircraft, very nice details printed all throughout this aircraft. Very lovely MD-90, and happy to add another Reno Air aircraft to the collection. Was really excited when they announced this as a future preview back in, gosh, when was that? That was early April early April. So it's been a few months, but finally have it in the collection. So let's go ahead and continue with the Delta. Now this one I'm very excited about, so here we go. This is the unboxing of the Gemini Jets 1:400 scale Delta Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-88 with the Delta Flot livery. This is a particular livery that has not been made very much in 400 scale, and there are still several types that have yet to be made. And the MD-88 was one of them until this most recent announcement for July of 2024. So very happy that Gemini finally got to doing this. This is something that has been desperately requested by many retro collectors in 1:400 scale, since this is the scale that has been lacking this type, and also the Ron Allen livery, which Gemini does have as a future release as well, so I will be picking that up when that gets a formal announcement. Sorry about that there, we just had some fighter jets fly over. It is about not even 10 o'clock this morning. My package got delivered really early today, and looks like the fighter jets are out for their sorties right now, so they just flew over and made quite the ruckus like they usually do. They always make that reference, but nice to see them flying around. Anywho, so let's go ahead and continue with the unboxing. So there's the inside of it, very nice, and then the standard pamphlet details everything in between. On the back, 2024 Gemini Jets release as expected. We got the Delta license trademark and the Boeing license trademark for the McDonnell Douglas stuff. So everything all licensed, you know the drill with this. Item number on this is GJDAL 1123. The Ron Allen one is 1124. So they had both of these planned for quite some time now. So good to see that they're finally getting them out, especially with NG coming out with their MD-80 mold. They haven't been using it all that much. Oh my gosh. Yes, sir. How about that? Everything is attached. Oh, wow. Yep, that is polished. I figured it was, because when I saw the photos come out, it did look a little reflective, and I can indeed confirm that the underbelly of the Delta Flot 88, that is polished. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. I am really happy that they did this. Man, this is such a gorgeous model. Super happy that I have this. But this is the Delta MD-88 Delta Flot by Gemini Jets. We're going to get up close and personal with this one, because this is one that everybody's been wanting to see, at least all the retro collectors specifically. So let's go ahead and begin. Start off at the front, we have the nose cone, we have the cockpit windows, the little streak above the nose gear and the nose gear door and all that. We've got a little SkyTeam logo inside the L1 door located here. We do have the Delta titles, which are very nice. I think they were a little compacted on the 88 in this case, so that's not horrible. It's definitely ideal. We do have the one little antenna up there, and then we have the underbelly polish coming into view there. Very nice. You see how reflected that is. You see the black mark on my thing here. You can see that being reflected really well on there, so that's really nice. We move into the gray paint just along the wings there, the overwing exits, and then we have the American flag and registration November 9041 Delta Lima. And then we have the rear door and a couple more windows back there, and then we have the engines and the very lovely Delta Flot tail. Very nice. 941 fleet code printed right there, just inside the little red highlight, the dark red one. Then on the other side, we don't have too many different details over here, just a couple different ones. SkyTeam logo placed between the cockpit windows and the R1 door. And we do have our luggage doors, among other things. Very nice. And then there's another look there at the tail on the right side. We'll go ahead and check out the underneath of the aircraft. There is a very nice polish on there. That is absolutely incredible. Try not to touch that so much. But yeah, you can see just how reflective that is. Gemini Jets logo, stand hole, and landing gear, everything else. And then trying to grab it up there. There we go. I think that's going to work best. And there's another view there, right underneath. And then, oh yeah, top of the aircraft I didn't get to show on the Reno Air here. I'll show that in just a second. But there's the top with the beacon and the overwing markings. And I'll bring in the Reno again just so I can show that before I forget. There's the Reno Air. Top of that as well, one beacon light and everything else. So, very, very nice review here and unboxing for both of these gorgeous Mad Dogs that Gemini has announced. And now time for me to bring them into view, and we'll end off the video. And there we go. That's everything that I have for this unboxing. Two very lovely Mad Dogs from this most recent Gemini announcement as I record this. Again, Gemini will have their August announcement out by the time that this video comes out. If you want to go see the Gemini releases, please check out my video on them, which came out yesterday evening. So very excited about what Gemini has coming up here. I don't know if they're going to be taking it a little slow for us US collectors and they'll move on to something else, or if they're going to continue to do what they do best, and that is make a whole bunch of retro releases. But I've got a feeling there'll probably be one in there again, so we'll see what happens. But very excited to have these two Mad Dogs, and I look forward to using them in the best applicable way for future videos. And I will be sure to do retro reviews on each of them in the future as well, to take a look at each aircraft's specific history and what's happened to them since. So with that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.